This Tuesday evening, I'm Shannon Ogden.
And I'm Jessica Porter. First at 6. Today is the official start of the NCAA tournament, a big sport betting event every single year. And state lawmakers are trying to put new betting limits in place in a new bill supported by both sides of the aisle.
So this legislation would limit what people can bet on before and during games. Also, the number of times people can deposit money into sports betting apps like DraftKings and FanDuel. It would also put limits on sports betting sites regarding how they can advertise and promote their products. Denver 7's Colette Bordelon live at the Capitol tonight, and lawmakers are hoping this will be a solution for a lot of folks. Colette.
Shannon, Jessica, as always, what some consider a solution inside of the Capitol, others say will just create more problems. The Senate Finance Committee, they've been hearing this debate for hours now. I'm still listening into this committee hearing. We're nearing the end, but still no vote yet. I'm told by one of the sponsors he believes he has the votes to get this bill out of committee this afternoon. And if lawmakers vote to advance it, they'll be taking a bet on a bill that those against it believe won't be a win for Colorado.
The love of the game is what Rob Minnick was raised on.
Yeah, so I grew up a big sports fan.
As he got older, he got into a new kind of game, sports betting.
Right from the start, I needed more money on the line and I needed more action.
He's been in recovery from a gambling addiction ever since a day he'll never forget.
On November the 12th of 2022, and that day was a 12-hour gambling binge that would put me into debt for the next 6 months working 2 jobs.
Would you say sports betting is really what led to a gambling addiction for you?
Sports betting for me was the ultimate justification.
State Senator Matt Ball wants to see more restrictions around sports betting in Colorado, which voters approved in 2019.
If you're addicted to gambling, having push notifications is like having somebody tell an alcoholic every couple seconds, do you want a drink?
Senate Bill 131 would ban online sports betting platforms from sending push notifications or text messages seeking bets or deposits from account holders. It also bans them from accepting credit card deposits or proposition bets known as prop bets, which are placed on things like a player's total points in a game. And it would mean a sports betting site could not accept more than 5 separate deposits from one person within 24 hours.
You can't continue to make deposits and chase your losses, more than 5 times in a 24-hour time period. You could still put in $500 and then go make as many bets as you want any given Sunday.
So this wouldn't impact parlays or things like that?
Correct.
Lawmakers on the Senate Finance Committee had questions for the sponsors, specifically about prop bets, which are generally considered more exciting and addictive.
If we want to take prop bets out, we owe it to the voters to go back to them and ask them to take that part out.
While the companies behind these sports bets came out in strong opposition, saying the bill unfairly targets legitimate companies.
Potentially pushing activity toward unregulated platforms where protections, oversight, and state revenue do not exist.
But lawmakers on both sides of the aisle believe it's time for what they consider responsible restrictions, something Minnick supports too.
This idea of just making things less visible, more difficult to access, maybe putting people in a situation where they're not doing as many at-risk behaviors as I was doing, it can only create positive outcomes, but hopefully it's just the start.
Still no vote in that committee just yet, but don't you worry, I'll be typing up a full web article later on this that you can read tonight. Now, in that committee hearing, I did hear some concerns about the tax revenue from sports betting that's used to fund water projects throughout the state. The sponsors believe that even if they eliminate prop bets, the amount of money that Colorado is generating year over year with this sports betting will make up for any lack of revenue by the elimination of prop bets. I'm Denver 7's political reporter as well. If you'd like me to look into a certain bill, please email me. My email address is colette.bordelon@denver7.com, or scan that QR code there at the bottom of your screen to get in touch with me. I would love to hear from you. Live outside the Capitol, Colette Bordelon, Denver 7.
All right, the busy season for Colette. Colette, thanks very much. In full transparency here, Denver 7 and our parent company, EW Scripps, contributed funds advocating against the approval of the advertising limits that were introduced in this bill.